So let's get into this review. I am going to be talking about a really awesome shotgun microphone made by Audio-Technica. I love Audio-Technica microphones. 3 of the microphones in the studio are Audio-Technica, and I love them very much. This one here is the AT875R. It is a shotgun microphone. It's only about maybe 6-7 inches long, and it is extremely affordable for doing studio video work or any kind of audio work that you want to do. It comes with a really nice pop filter or foam cover. This is great for your plosives, your P's, and your S's, and also helps with wind noise. If you have a lot of wind noise where you're shooting, you might want to get what's called a dead cat. Google search it, and maybe I'll put a link in the description. Right now you're hearing me on my HAFTUNGSAUSSCHLUSS 40 microphone, and I'm going to be comparing this shotgun mic to some of the other microphones and telling you a little bit about the different microphones and how they function. But first, let's talk about a shotgun microphone. Now, this is a condenser microphone, and it needs phantom power. Now, we can get phantom power by using a mixer, depending on what kind of mixer you have. The Behringer Zenny 1204, the one that I use, has phantom power. You can check out the video that I've done on the mixer. And what's cool about having a mixer is you can plug all kinds of different things in. Right now I have like 5 different microphones plugged in, so you can hear the difference as I switch. But the shotgun microphone requires phantom power. Now, if you don't have a mixer with phantom power, there are adapters you can get that plug into the back, which is an XLR cable. So you plug in your XLR connector to your mixer and you turn on the phantom power. Or like I said, you can get an inline phantom power adapter, and I'm going to be doing a video review of one very shortly that will connect to an iOS device or a smartphone or whatever. So here's where the magic is with a shotgun microphone. It's a front-firing microphone similar to my Heil and many other microphones. And what you want to do is you want to point it at you and, give yourself, maybe 3, maybe 6 feet, 7 feet, depending on, how much gain you have or preamp or whatnot. And you want it to face right at your subject or yourself while you're talking, because the idea of the shotgun mic is to pick up the directional, straight-on coned audio and to block everything else around it out. So any sound coming from the sides or from the rear will get silenced out. So let's plug it in and let's compare it to my Heil PR40. Okay, so now you're hearing my audio through the shotgun microphone with the pop filter on it. Now, this shotgun microphone, again, is the AT875R. And I got to say, I'm really impressed with the audio. Now, I haven't had a chance to really tweak my preamp and to tweak the range on it. So right now, I'm roughly 3 feet away from the shotgun microphone. It's just outside of the camera range so that you cannot see it. But it sounds pretty good. You don't hear a lot of echoing. You don't hear a lot of noise. So far in the little bit of testing I've done with it, I am really impressed. The Audio-Technica microphone comes with this carrying bag, which is really nice. It's got a pretty heavy-duty zipper on it. It also has a microphone stand, a bracket holder thingamadoodad, which is nice. And it comes with an adapter so that you can mount it on different size mounts. It didn't really work for my purposes, but I have purchased a shotgun shock mount, which will be coming soon, and I'll be doing a video review of that in just a few days, providing everything works out. Okay, so as you can see, everything that the microphone is pointing at, you're going to hear the sound for. So you can hear me pretty clear as it's pointing at me. But what if there's audio coming from behind me? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on some equipment behind the microphone so you can get an idea of what the noise would sound like. And then maybe I'll turn the microphone around so you get an idea of the difference. So let's turn on a fan. I got a fan in the background. Let's turn this fan on and see what that sounds like. All right, so now I have a fan running in the background, and it's running and it's blowing behind the microphone. Now I'm going to point the shotgun mic at the fan so you can get an idea of how it cancels that noise around it. Now it's pointing back at me. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this microphone and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to turn the microphone away from me so you can get an idea of what the sound, how it cancels out the sound. Here we go. So I'm really liking this microphone. It seems to be very, very well high quality. Test 1 2, test 1 2, and I can't say enough about how much I enjoy Audio-Technica products. And now we're back towards the front, and now it's facing back towards me. So I got to say I'm really impressed with the Audio-Technica microphone. The quality has been phenomenal, and I cannot wait to do more video reviews. But we're not done yet. Let's compare this to the Audio-Technica 2100 microphone. This is one of my favorite microphones of all time. It's very, very affordable. Right now it's going for about $80 on Amazon. Okay, so now you are hearing me on my Audio-Technica 2100 USB microphone. This is a very versatile microphone. You can use this with an iPhone, with an iPad, with a smart device. It has a USB to micro USB connection, which you can then adapt to camera connection kit or whatever to plug into whatever you need to. It also can connect with an XLR cable, so you can plug it into a mixer and other various studio equipment. It's a very versatile microphone, and it's one of my favorites. I purchased this when it was about $50, but right now, at least the time of this recording, it's going for about $80, and it's absolutely worth it. And again, the shotgun microphone that I have here is $163 is what I think I paid for. Under $200. What a great sounding microphone. All right, so now I'm going to switch back to the shotgun microphone so you can get a quick comparison. Okay, so now we're back on the shotgun mic, the AT875R, so you can get that quick comparison between those two microphones. I'm absolutely loving this microphone. I love Audio-Technica microphones. Made in Japan, quality products. I love them so much. Now, I'm going to grab my lapel mic, which I've also reviewed on this channel before, but I want to plug it in so you get an idea, because this is an omnidirectional condenser microphone. So it does require phantom power as well, because it's a condenser mic, but it's omnidirectional, meaning that it will pull audio from all over the place. So you're probably going to hear a lot of background noise or a lot of area noise in the studio. So let's plug this in and see what it sounds like. Okay, so now you're listening to the audio from the Audio-Technica Pro 70 lapel mic. It's an omnidirectional microphone, and it is a condenser mic, so it requires phantom power to work properly. What's cool about this lapel mic is you can get phantom power in two ways. One, you can plug into with an XLR cable into your mixer, or you can use the pack here, put a AA battery in here, power on, and you're good to go. Either way, though, you still need to plug in an XLR connection, because this is not a wireless lapel mic. And being a condenser microphone, you do have to have that phantom power so you get a nice audio sound, but you're also omnidirectional with a lapel mic. So you're going to hear sounds all over the place. You're going to hear banging, you're going to hear when I'm moving things around, and of course when I move, you're going to hear my shirt rub, you're going to hear when I bang on the wires, you're going to hear all that stuff. So that's the one drawback to a lapel mic. You have to tape it up, you have to put it up real nice, and really be thoughtful of how you're using it. Now I want to switch back over to the shotgun mic. Okay, so now we're back on the shotgun, the Audio-Technica shotgun mic. And as you've heard, it is a very good microphone. It's very versatile. You can use it for all kinds of different things. You can put it on a long boom arm if you want to shoot, like if you're doing movie work. But for doing YouTube videos, I think this is a phenomenal microphone. In an upcoming video, I'm going to show you a shock mount for it, and I'm also going to be connecting a phantom power adapter so that you can connect it to a mobile device. In my case, I'll probably show you how to do an iPhone, because that's kind of where I go. I don't use a DSLR camera with my videos and stuff. So just to give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at with this microphone. I cannot recommend this microphone enough. Audio-Technica has done it again. A phenomenal microphone. I think I paid $160 some for it, under $200 with this kind of sound quality is actually, my mind is blown. Thank you again for checking out this video review of the Audio-Technica AT875R. Highly recommended. Audio-Technica has done a phenomenal job with this microphone. I'm very, very impressed.
Blue THX. I think that's just the name of it. Blue THX. And this is the one that I actually use like almost all the time whenever I'm doing any kind of like voiceover stuff. This is my go-to mic, and so far I've been pretty impressed with the quality on that one. And also there is the MXL Studio 24 USB. And both these, by the way, are USB, the blue, as well as the MXL Studio 24. These are both USB mics, while this one is just your standard old analog, plug it in and go kind of headphone and microphone setup. And then also, just in case anybody is curious as to what this guy here is, that is an Audio-Technica AT875R, and that's what I'm recording with right now. So this way, you can kind of get an idea of what quality you can expect from all these different microphones. So I'm going to have to go ahead and cut away for a minute while I go ahead and set some of these things up, and then let's get the test underway.
Okay, so first up are the KOS SB45s, and this is the way that they sound right now. And hopefully this will kind of give you an idea of what these sound like. And I'm just kind of rambling on, so that way you have something to listen to in order for you to compare. And I think that is going to conclude this test of the KOS SB45s.
Okay, and this one is the MXL Studio 24 USB, and this is what this one sounds like. And again, I'm just going to kind of ramble on a little bit, just so that way you can get kind of an idea of what this one sounds like. And hopefully that helps. And on to the next one. Okay, and last up for the microphones is the Blue USB. It's the THX certified USB mic that has all kinds of different funky controls on that I'm going to go over in just a second. And really, I'm just talking on again, just so that way you can kind of get an idea of what this one sounds like compared to the other ones. And yeah, I could restart the Declaration of Independence or something along those lines, but maybe you get the idea with just what I'm saying right now, right? Hopefully. Okay. So next up, I'm just going to go over the different features on each one of these microphones and kind of give you an idea of what you can expect when you pick one up. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, well, what the heck do you get when you get one of these particular microphones? Well, with the headset, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you've ever had a headset, then you know exactly what you're going to get when you buy one of these things. It's a headset, and it's got a microphone on it. There's not even any sort of like volume control. I know that sometimes with headsets, you'll get like a volume control or something along those lines to assist you on the microphone level. Sometimes they'll have a mute switch and all that kind of fancy stuff. Not this one. This is your bare bones headphones and microphone. So you're not going to get a whole heck of a lot of different crap with that one. With the MXL Studio 24 USB, you, again, don't have a whole lot of options with this guy. You have gain, and it's got a little input for headphones. So that way, if you have a separate set of headphones that you want to wear while you're using the microphone, then you have that as an option, which is really great for like podcasts and all that kind of stuff, or voiceover work where you want to monitor what you're recording as you're recording it. No frills. It's just a condenser microphone. It's got a nice windscreen on it there. And then there's this guy, the Blue. This is a beefy one. So on the bottom of it is where your USB connection is, just like on the MXL. Your USB connection is down here on the bottom. This one's got a USB. This one's a mini USB, and this one is more that, I don't know what the heck kind of USB connection it is, but it's that square sort of connection, this guy right here, as opposed to the mini USB connection that is off somewhere else. And this one has the volume control on it for the headphones that you also connect down through here as well. So you can, just like the MXL, you can plug in a pair of headphones to listen to what you're recording as you're recording it. And this controls the volume on the headphones, whereas this one doesn't have any kind of volume control for your headphones, so you're kind of out of luck. This one's kind of nice because it's got that right on there. And it also has a mute button that you can see right here. That'll mute the microphone as you're recording it if you want to kind of like drop out some of the audio. Gain right here, and like I said, in this one, the gain is right here. This one's kind of a nicer gain as opposed to this one where it's just kind of a smaller roller volume type of thing. This one has a little bit of a better feel to it because it's just nice and big. And then the other thing that's kind of unique about this one is it has all kinds of different pickup patterns. This first one is the stereo, so it'll give you a nice wide stereo sound. The next one is just omnidirectional, where it just picks up in a big circle around it. The next pattern is directional just for the person who's standing in front of the microphone, so that way it kind of cancels out some of the noise that's coming up from behind it. And then the last one is the setting that I was talking about, where, you know, if you're doing a podcast or an interview or something along those lines, where you've got one person in front and one person behind, you would set to that last position, and then the microphone will pick it up equally in both positions and cancel stuff out that's coming to the left or to the right of it. So flexibility wise, this microphone is hands down the winner. One of the things that I didn't point out, and I've actually done to this one just because I like keeping mine on a boom, But it does come with this little microphone stand, so I'm not going to take it apart now, but it fits right into this thing here, and you can tilt it this way or that way and kind of get an idea of what it looks like here. But it screws onto this, and you can see the screws that I have on here. But normally that's where it would sit. It's a nice heavy-duty stand. It's got a nice padded bottom to it also. One of the things that I really wish that it did have, that it doesn't, is a shock mount. And I don't know if you've seen shock mounts before, but it's basically where it suspends the microphone in the middle of it, so that way there's any kind of like rumbling going on, like low frequency noises or something like that, like trucks driving by or whatever, a suspension cage really helps to cancel a lot of that stuff out, and any kind of like accidental bumps and stuff like that, it mitigates all that. And it's really nice to have, just to make sure that things are going good. And that's it as far as like all the microphones and the features go. As far as the prices go, I should have probably written that down because I didn't. But you can find all this stuff on Amazon, and go check them out. I'll have to listen to them myself because I've never actually A, B, C'd all of the and D all of these different microphones. I forgot to go over the features of the Audio-Technica, and the features of the Audio-Technica are you plug it in. There isn't any on-off switch or anything like that. It's just nothing more than just a microphone. Nothing fancy about it. It's all it's a very directional microphone, so that way right now it's pointing right at me, and that's all it's going to really pick up. Anything that's around it or behind it does a very good job of canceling all that out. And that's it. I hope that this helps you to decide, especially if you're doing any kind of like video work or voiceover work. Hopefully this will help you to decide which one of these guys might work for you. And that's it for now, and I will catch you guys next time on another review. And have a good day.
Hey there, Amazon shoppers. So today I am going to be reviewing the Audio-Technica AT875R shotgun microphone. Now, this particular microphone is generally used for boom work, camera mounted, stuff like that, but today I am reviewing it as a voiceover microphone. That's right, I am in my studio inside using this just for my voice. As far as a voiceover microphone goes, it really does work well. It allows you to have the gain turned down a little bit lower on your interface because it is meant to pick up stuff from farther away. And so that in and of itself can help reduce extra background noise that may get into your recording otherwise. Another good thing about this is it is they call it a line and gradient pattern, but a form of low bar pattern, meaning it is very directional out the front, and it really does not have much on the sides. There may be a little bit of pickup on the side and a little bit of pickup in back, similar to a hypercardioid, except even more directional. Now, with the difference between the line and gradient and the low bar pattern is that with the line and gradient, it's essentially the same thing. It just happens to get wider in its frequency response on certain frequencies, typically lower frequencies. And while that may seem like it's not necessarily a good thing, and it would bring in extra noise. The noise that does get into the microphone is going to sound a lot more natural. It's not going to sound clipped or muffled or distorted in any way. It just makes it sound a lot more natural. So this is a really good microphone if you're booming in an outdoor area or even in an indoor area, and you've got the main dialogue going on, but you want some of that background conversation, some of the extra sounds getting in, or it's an area where those sounds are going to get in anyways. This microphone will help keep those sounding natural and not distorted or just odd, and so it won't really have a negative effect on your audio. As far as for voiceover goes, though, it's not necessarily a big deal. It really does not pick up lots off of the axis to begin with. I'll go ahead and show you a quick demonstration of that real quick. Pardon the noise there. As I move this microphone around to the side, you can see I am talking at the exact same volume. I am even closer to the microphone now than I was before, and you can barely hear me. As I move around to the back, you can see I'm really just not getting picked up very well at all. And now I am back to having it in position once again. Pardon the noise as I get my stand locked in place. But now you kind of see how that line and gradient pattern sounds as I go around the microphone a bit. Another good benefit of this as a voiceover microphone, aside from the fact that I can really drop the gain down lower than I would normally on a cardioid pattern condenser, is the fact that it will really pick up that bass in my voice, especially because I am a lot closer to it, so I'm already getting some of that proximity effect, even when I'm at an otherwise normal distance from the microphone. This microphone is meant to pick up at slightly longer distances because it is a shotgun microphone, so when I really get close to it, it really improves the bass in my voice. So if you are going for any type of movie trailer, voice of God, any big booming voice, this is a great microphone. So hopefully you've been able to kind of tell pros and cons of this microphone, how it may or may not work for you. And overall, my impressions of it, this is a great microphone. I use this one for audiobooks. I use it for other recordings, commercial work, character voices. This is a good microphone. Whether or not it's right for your voice is up to you, but the microphone itself is definitely one to consider.
Okay, we are checking right now the shotgun mic, and now we're going to switch to the built-in computer mic. Now we are checking the built-in computer mic. What does that sound like? Okay, so it sounds like that. Now we're going to go back to the shotgun, and that sounds like this. This is the shotgun mic, which we hope sounds better. Okay, bye.